Most of us don't think twice about where we hang a towel. It's one of those small automatic habits you do after a shower and never revisit. But what if that tiny routine was quietly working against you? What if something as harmless as the way you place your towel could invite in the very energy that makes your home feel heavier, your days feel slower, or your luck feels strangely off? Hello and welcome. My name is Master Shou, and for more than 20 years I've helped people bring the wisdom of traditional Feng Shui into modern living. What I've learned, again and again, is that energy doesn't just move around us. It listens, it responds, and it remembers. And that's exactly why I'm talking about towels today. In Feng Shui, the bathroom is already a sensitive space. It holds more moisture, more stillness, and more yin energy than almost any other room in the house. It's the place where you rinse off physical dirt, yes, but it's also where your personal energy opens up and becomes more vulnerable. That means whatever you place in this space, especially items that touch your body, can absorb and carry subtle energetic imprints. A towel might seem like nothing more than cotton or microfiber, but day after day it can take in what the room holds. If it's hung in the wrong spot, too low, too damp, too close to stagnant areas, it may begin gathering the kind of energy that drains rather than refreshes. I've met so many people who struggled with low motivation, poor sleep, or constant tension in the household. And all the while, one of the silent culprits was right there hanging on the wall. This video exists because the mistakes people make with towels are incredibly common. They're small, almost insignificant in appearance, yet powerful in how they influence the flow of health, luck, clarity, and emotional balance. So before we dive deeper, take a breath, slow down for a moment, and let's rethink the simple towel. It may be affecting your home more than you realize, but to truly understand why a simple towel can have such a surprising impact, we need to zoom out for a moment. Before we talk about positions, mistakes, or fixes, we have to look at the environment that shapes all of this. The space that holds the water, the moisture, the stillness, and the energy your towel absorbs every single day. Because the towel isn't the starting point, the bathroom is. And once you understand what the bathroom represents in Feng Shui, everything about these small habits suddenly makes a lot more sense. Rule 1. The importance of the bathroom in Feng Shui. When most people think about Feng Shui, their minds go straight to the bedroom, the entryway, maybe the kitchen, but almost never the bathroom. And yet, this room plays a much bigger role in the flow of your home's energy than you might expect. It's the space where you rinse away the day, where water constantly moves. And in Feng Shui, water symbolizes the flow of wealth, clarity, and emotional balance. It's easy to overlook, but the bathroom is where your energy resets. When the space is arranged well, everything feels lighter. Energy circulates the way water should, clean, refreshing, and unobstructed. But when things are off even slightly, the effects spread quickly. The energy becomes sluggish. You may notice yourself feeling more tired than usual, a little more irritable, or unmotivated. Sometimes finances feel stuck. Sometimes the whole house feels heavier without an obvious reason. And usually, the clues are right in front of you. Maybe water pools on the floor and takes too long to dry. Maybe the lighting feels dim or shadowy. Maybe there's a damp smell that lingers no matter how often you clean. Or towels stay wet for hours, and random bottles end up scattered around corners. These small details are all signals that energy is getting trapped, that the room isn't breathing. Fortunately, bringing a bathroom back into balance doesn't require a remodel. Begin by keeping it dry. Moisture is one of the fastest ways energy gets weighed down. Brighten the lights so the space feels awake. Clear out old products and anything that no longer serves you. Let the air circulate. Introduce a natural fragrance, citrus, mint, eucalyptus, something that lifts the room. Because the bathroom is more than a place for hygiene. It's the first and last energy point of your day. It holds the final echo of yesterday and sets the tone for tomorrow. When this space is clean, bright, and flowing, you feel it. Physically, emotionally, and throughout your entire home. Care for this room, and it quietly cares for you in return. 2. The real source of bad energy, your towel hanging habits. Here's something most people never think about. The moment you step out of the shower, your energy is more open than at any other time of the day. Your body has just been warmed, rinsed, relaxed, your skin is soft, your muscles loosened, your guard lowered, and right at that exact moment, you reach for your towel. That simple gesture is more important than it looks. A towel doesn't just dry you. It's the very first thing that touches you when your personal energy is exposed and receptive. Which means if that towel has been sitting in the wrong spot, soaking up heavy, stale bathroom energy, it's the first thing feeding that energy right back into you. And bathrooms by nature aren't neutral spaces. They're moist. They're still. They're filled with pockets of low, dense yin energy. The kind that settles in corners, clings to damp surfaces, or lingers anywhere air doesn't move well. That's why a towel is such a powerful absorber. Its fabric is designed to pull in moisture, but it also pulls in the atmosphere around it. So when a towel hangs too low, too close to the floor, too close to the toilet, or in a dark, poorly ventilated spot, it doesn't just stay damp. It starts storing the emotional residue of the room, the heaviness, the stagnation, the quiet exhaustion that collects in places we don't notice until we feel them. You'd be surprised how often I meet people who tell me they wake up tired, feel strangely unmotivated, or sense tension in the home for no clear reason. And when we look closer, the towel they use every day has been absorbing the worst part of the bathroom's energy and giving it right back to them, little by little. This isn't about superstition. It's about noticing how small, repeated habits leave an imprint on your body and your mood. Change where you hang your towel, and you change what touches you in those vulnerable moments. And sometimes, that tiny shift is exactly where a new flow of energy begins in. And once you understand how much a simple towel can absorb, the moisture, the stillness, the emotional residue of the room, it becomes easier to see why certain habits have such a big impact. Most people don't mean to create bad energy in their homes. They just don't realize how these tiny everyday actions quietly shape the atmosphere they live in. But this is exactly where things start to go wrong. There are a few towel hanging mistakes I see over and over again. Small choices that look harmless, even normal, but end up feeding the very energy you're trying to clear away. And if you're doing any of these without knowing it, they may be draining your luck, your motivation, and your mood far more than you think. So let's break them down clearly, one by one, and make sure you're not unknowingly inviting stagnant energy back into your life. Mistake 1. Leaving your towel on the floor. Let's start with one of the biggest and most overlooked mistakes: letting your towel touch the bathroom floor. It might happen casually after a shower, or when you're in a rush, or simply because there's no convenient place to hang it. But in Feng Shui, the floor is the heaviest energetic zone in the entire bathroom. It's where moisture settles, where stale air collects, and where the densest yin energy tends to sink and stay. Now imagine placing a damp towel right into that environment. A wet towel is like a sponge, not just for water, but for whatever energy is sitting in the space around it. When it's left on the floor, it absorbs the lowest, heaviest, most stagnant energy in the room. And the next time you wrap that towel around your skin, all of that comes right back into your body. People often tell me they feel strangely drained even when they're taking care of themselves, showering regularly, keeping clean. But if the first thing that touches you after bathing has been soaking in floor-level energy, it can chip away at your vitality little by little. You may feel sluggish, less motivated, or like your mind never fully wakes up throughout the day. And it's easy to miss the connection. There's also the visual side of it. A towel on the floor instantly makes the bathroom feel messier and more chaotic. In Feng Shui, clutter blocks movement, and blocked movement creates pockets of stuck energy that affect the entire room. Even a single towel can throw off the balance. Fortunately, the fix is simple and powerful. Keep your towel off the ground. Hang it at hip height or higher, somewhere dry, open, and touched by light or airflow. When the towel is elevated, the energy it absorbs is lighter too. And when you use it, you're wrapping yourself in something that refreshes rather than drains you. Such a small shift, but it can change the entire feeling of your bathroom and your body. Mistake 2: hanging your towel directly across from the bathroom door. This next mistake is incredibly common and surprisingly disruptive. In Feng Shui, the bathroom door isn't just an entryway. It's a transition point where the energy from the rest of the home meets the energy of the bathroom. Think of it like a small crossroads. The moment you open that door, fresh, active yang energy should be able to move in freely, clearing out the heaviness that naturally builds up in a damp space. But when a damp towel is hanging right in the doorway, it acts like a soft, silent barrier. Most people don't realize how much this affects the room. A towel that's still holding moisture is already heavier in energy. And when it's positioned directly across from the door, it stops fresh energy before it even has a chance to enter. Instead of a clean flow, you end up with a kind of energetic bottleneck. The room feels heavier, the air feels sluggish, and over time, you start to feel that same sluggishness. This is where people often notice the subtle effects. Feeling mentally foggy for no reason, having trouble staying focused, or dealing with a sense of emotional weight that comes and goes throughout the day. In some homes, I've even seen this small mistake contribute to increased irritability or tension among family members. When the flow of energy is blocked at the door, everything inside the home feels a bit more strained. But the good news? The solution is incredibly simple. Just change the towel's position. Shift it away from the direct line of the door. Hang it behind the door or off to the side on a nearby wall, anywhere that allows the energy to enter without being stopped. Even a few inches of difference can transform how the bathroom feels. When the doorway is open and unobstructed, the room breathes again. And when the room breathes, so do you. Mistake 3: hanging your towel in a dark, damp corner. If there's one place a towel should never live, it's a dark, damp corner of the bathroom. Those corners might seem harmless, even convenient, but energetically, they're some of the heaviest parts of the room. In Feng Shui, darkness represents concentrated yin energy, stillness, stagnation, the kind of atmosphere that doesn't move unless something actively shifts it. Now imagine placing a damp towel right into that environment. A towel already carries moisture, and moisture attracts slow, heavy energy. When you hang it in a dark corner with little airflow or light, you're basically giving that energy the perfect home. The towel absorbs it, holds it, and begins to act like a storage pocket for everything the room can't circulate. It stays wet longer. It develops a musty smell more easily. And each time you use it, it transfers some of that stagnant feeling back onto you. This is why some people step out of the shower expecting to feel refreshed, yet somehow still feel drained afterward, as if the shower didn't reset them at all. The body is clean, but the energy? Not so much. Fortunately, this mistake is one of the easiest to fix, and the benefits are immediate. Start by moving your towel into the light. Natural sunlight is ideal, but even bright white indoor lighting helps lift the energy around the fabric. Increase ventilation by opening a window, using an exhaust fan, or simply keeping the door open for a while after showering. Avoid any spot close to the floor or near areas where water naturally collects. And if you want an extra boost, try placing a small bowl of coarse salt nearby, hang dried orange peel, or use herbs like lavender or eucalyptus to refresh the air. Once a week, give your towel 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight. It clears moisture and resets the energy beautifully. With just a few small shifts, your towel becomes something that truly refreshes you, not something that quietly weighs you down. Mistake 4. Piling towels on top of each other. It seems harmless, right? In many households, towels get hung on top of one another, folded over the same hook, or just tossed into a crowded rack. It's convenient, it saves space, and at first glance, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But in Feng Shui, this is a surprisingly powerful way to trap energy, and not the good kind. When damp towels are stacked, they hold onto stagnant, heavy energy instead of releasing it. The air can't circulate, and the energy within each layer becomes compressed, creating what feels like a pocket of old, sluggish energy right in your bathroom. Even if the room is otherwise clean, this small detail can quietly weigh on the atmosphere, making the space feel heavier than it should. Now think about when multiple people's towels are stacked together. Each towel carries a subtle personal energy, how you're feeling, your stress level, even your overall vitality. When those energies mix in a confined, damp environment, it can create subtle conflicts. Mood swings, minor tensions, or unexplained irritability can start to appear simply because the space is holding overlapping energy that has nowhere to flow. And there's a physical side too. Wrinkled, damp towels just feel unpleasant to use. That uncomfortable sensation, combined with the blocked energy, can interrupt the sense of refreshment you're supposed to feel after a shower. Fixing this is simple and surprisingly effective. Give everyone in the household their own dedicated towel space, with enough room for air to circulate. If someone is sick or drained, wash their towel separately and let it bask in sunlight to clear any lingering energy. You can even use a small wooden rod or bamboo strip between towels to create natural separation while keeping things tidy. When towels are allowed to breathe, the room feels lighter. Using them feels clean, fresh, and energizing. And suddenly, your bathroom becomes not just a place to get clean, but a space that actively supports your mood, your relationships, and the overall energy of your home. A small change, yes, but one that can ripple throughout your day in ways you might not expect. Mistake 5. Hanging your towel too close to the toilet. This might seem obvious, or maybe even convenient. After all, the toilet is just there, and space is tight. But in Feng Shui, the toilet isn't just a plumbing fixture. It's considered a downward energy zone. The place in the bathroom where yin energy, heavy, stagnant, and draining, gathers most intensely. Now imagine a towel, damp from use, hanging right above or beside it. That towel becomes a magnet for this low, dense energy. And when you use it on your body, especially on sensitive areas like your neck, chest, or back, you're bringing that energy directly onto yourself. Over time, even small exposure like this can subtly affect how you feel. Your body feels heavier, your sleep less restful, your overall energy lower. Many people notice a difference almost immediately after moving their towels away from the toilet. Suddenly, mornings feel lighter, sleep feels deeper, and that invisible drag they'd been carrying seems to lift. It's a simple change with surprisingly noticeable results. The fix is straightforward. Hang your towels somewhere that gets airflow and light, near a window, next to a mirror, or on a high, dry wall. Make sure the towel is not in direct line with the toilet, and if possible, keep the toilet lid closed. A small but important detail in keeping energy contained. You can also support the space with a few natural elements. A small bowl of sea salt, a few dried orange peels, or some fresh mint nearby will help neutralize stagnant energy and keep the air feeling clean and vibrant. When your towels are positioned thoughtfully, your bathroom stops being a place that drags you down. Instead, it becomes a space that restores and refreshes, physically, mentally, and energetically. Something as simple as moving a towel away from the toilet can have a ripple effect. Lighter mornings, better sleep, and a home that feels just a little more alive. It's amazing how such a small habit can make such a big difference. It's surprising how something as ordinary as a towel can quietly influence your life. Left in the wrong spot, it doesn't just sit there. It can hold on to stagnant energy, subtly affecting your health, your mood, and even your luck. A simple habit you've probably never thought twice about can have ripple effects you feel every day. The good news? Small changes can make a big difference. Take a moment each day to check where your towels are hanging. Make sure they're dry, elevated, and placed in areas that allow energy to flow freely. Just shifting a towel a few inches, moving it away from stagnant corners, or giving it a little sunlight can open up a whole new flow of positive energy in your home. It's about more than cleanliness or organization. It's about creating a space that actively supports your well-being and the energy of everyone who lives there. When your towels are positioned thoughtfully, the bathroom becomes a place that refreshes your body and your spirit. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment with a positive affirmation, something that helps you set the tone for your day. And let's start building that good energy together. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more practical Feng Shui tips you can use to make your home feel lighter, brighter, and more harmonious. Sometimes the smallest shift, even something as simple as a towel, can be the first step toward a bigger, more positive change in your life. If you enjoyed these tips, go ahead and subscribe. I share easy, practical Feng Shui advice every week to help your home and your energy flow better.